Jaya, if you want to give us a little bit of you're on your third book right now?
Yes.
Okay, and you're writing nonfiction about South Asia?
This one was published last year, To India with Tough Love. It's a nonfiction book, and it was written to bring humanitarian and environmental issues to the forefront and bring a lot of awareness to that. And in fact, every Supreme Court judge of India has a copy. Then you're right, it's because you have to feel passionate about something. And I was passionate about bringing change to India in so many different ways. And I knew there would be an audience. It's like build and they will come, you know. And I felt if I wrote something really with my passion and wrote a good story, and this is, I walk you through the rural villages of India. And where 70% of Indians live. So I traveled over 30 villages of India in northern and southern India. I spoke to many NGO founders and individuals who have gone there and uplifted the poor, empowered the women, educated the children, and their stories are given under Good Samaritans and throughout the book. So I did a lot of research, I traveled, I interviewed people, and I felt I had a good, compelling story to tell, and there would be an audience. And because it's a human rights issue and about corruption and all that, I figured a lot of people would be interested in it because these today is women and children's issues. We have a lot of issues like caste system and poverty and corruption and injustice to women and child exploitation. What I want to cover is from womb to grave, women face violence in India. Among all G20 countries, India is the worst place for a woman. Females are viewed as a financial burden for their families, and this leads to female feticide and infanticide. How big is this industry? According to UNICEF, it's a $244 million industry, you know, the female fetus abortion industry. How many female fetuses are aborted? 50,000 each month, and that's 20 million in 3 decades, according to the UN. The worst offenders are the state of Punjab and Haryana. And this injustice continues on into the child marriage where 10-year-old girls are even married en masse in Rajasthan on Tej Day. Female abuse is rooted in patriarchy, the caste system, and lack of education. Children of all ages and all classes are abused. According to Rahi Foundation, 76% of English-speaking middle and upper-class women were abused as children, 40% by their own families. In rural India, HIV-infected men believe sex with virgins will cure them, even with 4-year-old girls. Thousands of girls from Nepal and Bangladesh are trafficked to major Indian cities for sex. Violence towards women is deeply rooted in Indian culture, and that's why the thing is so difficult to bring change because it's so deeply rooted. And so the change begins with all of us, and how can we bring that change? And most victims do not report it. A woman is raped every 20 minutes in India, but most don't report it because of the family shame and victim blame. They're always blaming the victims, you know. One dowry death per hour, that's 8,233 deaths reported in 2012. Violence is so deeply rooted that men and women do it. Even diplomats are doing it. They've done it in New York City and sent back home. There's a fascination with rape and porn as entertainment. Have you seen Mahesh Bhatt's movies or heard of porn star Sunny Leone? And we're talking of the Gulabi gang in the rural areas of India who have taken over the laws into their own hands. And they're dressed in pink saris and they carry clubs. If someone in the village rapes a girl, they just go and beat up that guy, you know, with their clubs. So let's all join the Gulabi gang. Although it's not an appropriate thing to do, we would like the police to take control. Breakthrough, which is a New York organization and has just gone global, And you have Malika Dutt, I don't know how many of you have heard of her. Her Bell Bajao campaign about violence towards women and girls has gone global. She had a wonderful campaign, and her campaign is described in detail in this book. How she went about it, how she got children to participate and say, okay, if there is violence, domestic violence going on in this house, let's go and watch TV in the house every evening over there. And so that will break up the violence between the husband and the wife. So every evening the children would come and watch TV in this particular apartment. Or somebody would hear next door the screaming and shouting and all that. Then somebody will go and knock on that door and say, can I have a glass of milk or a cup of sugar? A lot of rape towards women, domestic violence. Maybe there is a way that we can use technology in reporting all this. So if somebody is raped, the police is not helping them because the police is the last one, they blame the victim. So maybe if they can log on to some system and anonymously, identify what happened to them without any repercussions on them. So there are ways that we can do. There
Those
are
actually have been
NGOs.
pioneered in China. They use Weibo, which is like their Twitter, to do the same. And then in Egypt, they have sort of a map of that women and victims and even witnesses go and document it, so they know. So the community knows. So there's greater social pressure.